Alright, so I want to go over the tweet thread between Not So Erudite and Rollo Tomassi over his alt account. I made 2 videos about his alt account before covering it, but now we have his official defense. We can see if this makes sense. I will admit, he's at least trying, and in going through this entire thread, we might actually find 1 or 2 good points. From Mr. Red Pill himself. Look at him. Is that Bret Michaels? He wants to be Bret Michaels so bad. He's actually in a band. They suck. Alright. So, Not So Erudite, who did a video on the Rational Male, aka Rollo Tomassi, about how, he did have a alt account, allegedly, that was saying some racist things. So, she said, so the Rational Male sounds like he wants to debate me. I will debate you if we both go on H3 production, since I know you have been dodging that. That's Ethan Klein. Oh, there he is. Ethan Klein. The somewhat large, used to be edgy, now he's a super liberal. You're an effing coward. You already had the offer from Alex, and you bottled out? Is that like bowing out? Sartain Podcast already made the call and you flaked. That's Mike Sartain. Oh, there he is. Rollo Tomassi's co-host for their Access Vegas show, where they have chicks on and they talk about, dating and sex and stuff. Wow. Finally, maybe you can't read well in your age. I'm welcoming you to a debate. I'm just suggesting a different venue. I think that's a great idea, but before we get to that, do you have any evidence that the Seattle Sports Junkie, that's the alt account, actually belongs to Rollo? Does Destiny? Destiny's not even in this conversation. He's out there screaming about Trump. So Mike Sartain is trying to defend Rollo Tomassi. This is his buddy. Mike Sartain is a lot more normal, I guess I would say, than Rollo Tomassi, but he's going to defend his friend because that's his co-host. He doesn't completely support Russia's invasion to Ukraine. Wow, good job, Mike Sartain, because literally everyone else in the red pill space does, like Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate. He's the normal one, I guess, kind of. And he hosts bikini competitions. Is it possible that this whole thing is a misunderstanding, or are you absolutely 100% still sure that SSJ, that would be Seattle Sports Junkie account, belongs to Rollo Tomassi? Because I can tell you with absolute certainty, it does not. You absolutely cannot do that, Mike Sartain. Alright, so here's his defense. So this is Mike Sartain defending Rollo Tomassi, and then Rollo Tomassi gets into this again. It's actually easier to just read it like those. How this came about. SSJ, username Seattle Sports Junkie, the racist guy. Oh, is he that racist? Yeah, he definitely is. Was in the same thread as Rollo, both replying to Gia McCool. This is provable and still on X. Then the username XX replied to Rollo, but not directly addressing Rollo. Provable! Seattle Sports Junkie must have thought that XXX tweet was directed to him and replied but deleted it after realizing his mistake. Likely. Then XXX made a screenshot and deducted SSJ had to be Rollo's alt account. Then Destiny and others jumped on the train. Well, they just talked about it. They didn't really jump on the train, but I guess. Am I jumping on the train? Choo-choo. If you watch SSJ's tweet history, it's not Rollo. SSJ is a racist hardcore MAGA, loves baseball, has different writing style. That's hilarious. Racist. Rollo was hardcore MAGA. Well, Rollo is hardcore MAGA, so I don't like. You don't think Rollo's voting for Trump? He says he is. Loves baseball, has different writing style, graduated different university. Obviously, you can make that up. Had previously not interacted with Rollo, but why was he in that tweet thread though? Was replying during one of Rollo's shows, which we went over before. You can schedule tweets. But the question is, can you schedule tweet replies? Whoa, we've cracked the case again. They lied before saying you can't schedule tweets, and now they're saying you can't schedule tweet replies. Well, yes, you can schedule Twitter replies. Scheduling Twitter threads is a great way to organize and plan your content. Then Erudite says, no, not 100%, but I'm not 100% about almost anything. Why did Rollo block every person who asked Rollo if that was his alt? True. After posting while live, being asked about whether that's his alt, unfortunately isn't enough to make me just see it as an attempt to cover up. So they're going to do a debate at some point, supposedly. So he suggested that they do it on his podcast, The Sartain. Access Vegas. And she wants to do it on H3. Honestly, that's a bigger platform, though. Why not just do H3? So then we get Rollo Tomassi's response. So the actual Seattle Sports Junkie guy tells you he's not me. You're unconvinced. Well, yeah, if it's your alt account, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Then I proved that Seattle Sports Junkie is tweeting during my 3.5-hour podcast on Sunday, so it can't be me. Well, I already looked up that you can schedule tweet replies, but even if he's saying you can't schedule them in the way that he did it, he has a wife that could do it. You idiots say I'm using a scheduler. Well, yeah, I did say that. Then I proved that SSJ's tweets are replies to tweets. So I couldn't possibly use a scheduler for responses a scheduler couldn't predict. You're still perpetuating a lie despite all of it. But you could have someone else doing it, and like I said, it did say you can reply to tweets. Schedule replies to tweets, but I guess what he's saying is there's a tweet that comes, and then someone's responding. That tweet is, first cast while he's on his show. Still, then you bottle. So this is a new thing. Then you bottle out of a debate on Playing with Fire podcast, who everyone knows I hate but agreed to anyway. Because I'll run you to the ground. I doubt it. So you counter with Fat Bastards, Ethan Klein podcast, who I already declined to cover your cowardly lying ass. Why not just do Ethan Klein rather than Playing with Fire? I mean, should we look at those two accounts to see who has more? What does Playing with Fire have? He's another red pill guy. I guess he does debates or something. Alright, so Playing with Fire has 202,000 subscribers. Oh, is this the guy? Oh, he did something super cringy. Where he tells you how to kiss girls. Oh my god. I gotta watch that one. Yeah. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I do remember seeing this in another commentary video. Yeah, so this is this tool bag. And some of these guys are... Oh, he got 4.5. So he tells you how to make out with a girl. Oh, it's bad. So this is his girlfriend, so I mean, it's kind of silly. This is the part where he's just he jumps on her, then he just jumps on her. Yeah, that'll really work if it's your girlfriend. Oh, this guy's kind of a loser. Alright. That's Playing with age restricted. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, so that's Playing with Fire. Then we got H3. H3 podcast, which I guess what they would go on, 2.87 million. Yeah, if you can do it on H3, I would do it on H3. Call me crazy. You are worthless shit human beings. Really? I don't have any alts, but you needed to fabricate something to discredit me. But what is the theory here? So he's trying to claim this is his defense. His defense is that the Seattle Sports Junkie guy was actually replying to another tweet. Was not pretending to be Rollo, even though he said I the entire time. And even though it was pretty clear the guy was asking Rollo a question. So, we'll say 20% on that one. But you need to fabricate something to discredit me because Destiny decided to go full Spurgtard after the Trump shooting, and I pointed out your involvement with Progressive Vic. Well, fact check true. Yeah, he was saying he didn't really care if people got killed. Mike was giving you the benefit of the doubt, but he does know the extent you pathological folks will go to deliberately slander, lie, and defame people who expose you for the frauds and shows you are. So I don't think they're going to debate. I think this is going to be the end of this. This is probably the last video I do on this too, because this is his defense. I don't think it's great, but it is somewhat a defense. And this might actually fade away, unless he does something else stupid again. Destiny asked him to define a high-value man, and he couldn't do it. He said, Rollo Tomassi said Elon Musk isn't a high-value man, and Ben Shapiro's not a high-value man. Okay, you got it, buddy. I always want to send out some good vibes. Please debate, guys, and be friends. Just help them out. Well, that's Rollo's defense. So, believe it, not believe it. Personally, I don't.